another beautiful day to be a Raider, draped in the silver and black. I represent the shield, I represent the swords. It's that time of night again, Raider Nation, and you've come back. Why? Because it's time. It's time to bring them.
What's up, Raider Nation? I am the Commish, coming to you live, as always, from the friendly confines of Hardcore Challenge Live Studios. And just where is that, might you ask? Well, shit, let me give you some simple directions. I know it's been a minute, and it's getting even longer by the fucking minute. We're just down the street, past the house with the boarded up windows. Make sure you stop at the corner and ask my man Joe. He's a gentleman, he's a scholar. But most of all, goddamn, it's a fucking quarantine. Motherfucker's gotta make his money. So what you should, he's gonna point you in the right direction. He's gonna tell you to take a left, and then a right. And as you find yourself strolling down the street, minding your own goddamn business, a cool breeze will hit you and chill as you might just get yourself asking, was that the autumn wind? You goddamn right. Should you venture down that deep dark alley? Well, of course you should. Because what you're gonna find at the end is a special little place that we like to call deep behind the enemy line. This is Raider Reaction, and as it is every Tuesday on Raider Reaction, it is the Raider Nation Report with yours truly. A solid 60 minutes, or however the hell long we last, of everything silver and black. And thank you for joining me. My God, it's just good to sit down, join the Raider Nation, and talk some freaking sports. Let's talk some Raider football. My God, there's nothing. My sports talk radio that I have to listen to while I'm driving around during the day is shit. There's nothing to talk about. Thank the sports gods that they've given us NFL free agency. If it wasn't for NFL free agency, we would have nothing right now. Nothing. And that shows you how powerful the NFL Shield is. It's in the fucking middle of their offseason. They're not playing until fucking August. And they still drive the heartbeat of the sports world. Just by fucking people putting their ink to paper. That's how big the fucking NFL is. The rest of these teams, they can just grab a fucking nipple. That's about all you are, man. You're just sucking off the tit of the beast. Because you all bow down to the fucking mighty Shield. The NFL is the all-powerful league. It is, man. Fucking worldwide, it garners so much power. And I've got a lot to talk about tonight. I've got a full slate of topics all over the board. There's actually a lot to talk about. There was some big news that came out today. There's a lot to talk about. So make sure you stick around the whole show. Hang out. Join in the comments. If you're watching one of the watch parties around there, come on over to the Raider Reaction page, get in the comments. This is where I will be able to see what you have to say, and you can join in the show and keep it interactive, because that's how we like to do it here. We want you to be interactive. You're fucking right, Tony Montana. We bury those cockroaches. Every fucking one of them cockroaches. Alright, so let's get right to it. There was big news today. And what's up, everybody? I see we got the hype team in the house. We've got John C, Raiderette Red, Big L, fucking Don't Cross the Lines. We got everybody in the house. What's up, everybody? So, we did have big news today. First off, before I get into anything, I do want to thank our official sponsor, RaiderNationStore.net. If you need any silver and black gear, go hit that shit up. They are helping sponsor the Raider Reaction webcast, as well as our page and the fucking Madden Challenge this year. Ralph over at RaiderNationStore.net is the shit, so patches, shirts, all that shit. Hit him up. The playoffs are being expanded, and they're being expanded this freaking year, people. This year. They're not waiting around. 2020. This season, they're going to expand the playoffs. You are going to have an extra wild card team. And what that means is your 2 seed no longer... Hold up. Is it Don't Cross the Line's birthday today? I'm gonna need a confirmation in the comments, please. Because if so... Hold on. I don't know how that got past me. What? Oh, one of the hype team has a birthday today. Oh, snap. I don't know how that got by me. I need to know how old and all that shit. Okay. I was like, how did that get past me? All right, back to what I was talking about. But the expanded playoffs, 2020, this season. So what that means is your number 2 seed no longer gets a first round bye. They're not sitting home on that opening weekend of playoffs. So that means your 2 seed now plays your 7 seed. So your team that barely scraped in, the team that would have been sitting home, relaxing a week, now gets to play that team that squeaked in. And typically, that team that's going to squeak in is usually one of your more dangerous teams. Oh, Graham Steele, I saw Lions. Okay, we got a mixing of Grahams. So, well, happy freaking birthday, Graham Steele Jr. Happy silver and black birthday, my brother. I hope you're enjoying a nice frosty adult beverage right now. Or whatever it is that tickles your fancy on this quarantine freaking Tuesday. Whichever graham cracker it was, we got you covered. All right, moving on. So, I'm torn on this extra playoff spot. Now, I like it that it's... I like it that it makes it... Okay, I'm going to come out and fucking say it, and don't fucking chastise me. It makes an easier road for the Raiders to get back to the playoffs. That's what I like about it. What I don't like about it is it waters down the product, and it doesn't make it as exclusive a club to get in every year. That's what I don't like about it. So I'm torn. Yes, do I like the fact that maybe it makes it easier for me to see my team playing the playoffs on a yearly basis? Yes. I like that part. I ain't gonna lie, okay? I'm a realist. It's been a long fucking time since we've been relevant and been an every year conversation team, okay? I'm a realist. I'm gonna be real about it. So I like that part of it, but the thing I don't like about it is because I don't want to become the NBA playoffs. And what I don't like about the NBA playoffs is too many fucking teams are in. You can be sub 500 and make the playoffs. You shouldn't be able to suck in the first part of your fucking season, the regular season, and make the playoffs. That's what I don't like about the NBA playoffs, other than the fact it's fucking just as long as the regular season. The NHL's the same way. So that's what I don't like. I like the fact that the NFL is a more exclusive group of teams to get in. I like that. I like the fucking 20 teams are sitting at home on their fucking thumb as soon as the fucking thing's over. I like that it's exclusive. You know, I think baseball's even doing the same thing, man. Now you've got this one-day playoff shit. It's for more fan bases to be involved in the playoffs, and I get it. But that's some millennial bullshit there, okay? We're watering down the product because we want more fan bases to fucking be happy. Are you fucking kidding me? So we're gonna water down sports and the postseason of sports, and we're pretty much doing it across the board. It's happening in all sports. I mean, even fucking March Madness has extra fucking teams now that play like a fucking day or two before a bunch of fucking scrubs fucking battle it out and kick each other in the shins for a couple days to see if they can make it into the fucking pool of 64. It's fucking participation trophy fucking sports world that we're growing up in now is fucking sickening. So, yeah, the fact that it gives my team an easier road it doesn't weigh the fact that I think it should be a more exclusive, and I like that about the NFL playoffs, and I always have. But obviously, I didn't get a fucking vote. They don't give a fuck what I think. So it's happening this year. It's happening this year. There's gonna be 14 playoff teams. 2 more borderline ass teams will make it in with a 3rd wild card. A 3rd wild card. So that's what I'm saying, man. The NBA, so they canceled the NBA regular season. Big fucking deal. It doesn't matter you already knew who all the playoff teams were anyway. Fuck it, chop them out. Fucking let them play in the playoffs. That's the only time them guys ever fucking ball out anymore anyway. Fucking regular season NBA basketball is a snore. I love the freaking playoff NBA basketball. Don't get me wrong. The extra game is not going to kick in this season, Raiders believe. The extra game will probably kick in the earliest of 2020 season. There's no way that they're going to be able to shove that extra game in and schedule that and figure out how they're going to deal with that all this season. That extra game throws a lot of dynamics into the equation. Because you got to think about it. Where's this extra game going to play? You're not going to give half your division, fucking 9 home games, and the other half doesn't get that many home games. You get an extra home game? No. Are you going to play it at a neutral site? I like the neutral site idea. I think that's fucking cool. You pick a college, go play a game at fucking, South Bend. Go play a game at fucking Michigan. Go play a game at some of these gigantic fucking collegiate stadiums that house like 100,000 people and throw the NFL into a market where they typically don't have games. Could you imagine how the tickets would fly off the fucking shelves for a game in a market where they never have a fucking game? I mean, it's an interesting idea but the owners have wanted, and they've wanted for a couple CBAs now, they've wanted to push it to an 18-game schedule. 18 games is easy. 9 home games, 9 away games. It's clean. It's easy. It's an easy transition. But CTE, and all that safety shit, what the fuck safety? Come on, fuck safety, come on. All that safety shit is what is, kept that back and kept that from happening. Is, more games obviously means more miles, more tread off the tires, more wear on the body, some more collisions, blah, 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 blah. So the trade was, but we'll take away the preseason games. Most of these guys don't play in the fucking preseason anyway. So, it doesn't really matter. So you took away the 4th preseason game. Big fucking deal. They were going to take away 2 if they went to the 18 game. So they didn't. Now they've only taken away 1, and big fucking deal. Those guys don't play in that goddamn game anyway. So that's not saving them anywhere. If you're a starter in the NFL, that's not saving you anywhere, because you're not playing in that game anyway. So now they're just going to shift how they put you in preseason, and now you get an extra game of full fucking contact, 60 minutes of fucking rock'em sock'em football. Alright, it's not fucking powder puff, with vanilla schemes like you're playing in preseason. Now you're playing the real fucking deal. So they got that through, but there's a lot to be worked out. So that's more like in the lines for 2021. But they did just vote it in, and I got the the official league email. What time did I get that today? I got this. Where did I get this son of a bitch? 1:53 p.m. Eastern Time. NFL clubs approve expansion of postseason. 14 teams to qualify for playoffs beginning with the 2020 season. 1 additional wildcard team added in each conference. CBS and NBC to broadcast the additional wildcard game. That will happen next year, and then look for your 17th game to probably get shoved in 2021. That's the next thing up on the docket. Now, other news, the NFL released rumors sliding out today were May 9th. Typically, we get our NFL schedule the week right before, within the days of the NFL draft. Now they're saying it's going to be probably around the week of May 9th is when the NFL schedule is going to drop this season. Probably holding it just a little longer based on, the zombie apocalypse that's going on around us all, and waiting to see how that shakes out. So I'm guessing they're just holding on to that as long as they can. Now that leads me to the NFL draft. NFL draft activities have obviously all been canceled. Vegas is on shutdown. That bitch is dark. That bitch is dark. So the NFL has taken the strong stance that the draft will happen. It's gonna happen. Where? And then, and in what capacity seems to be the question. There was a day that this was just held in a smoky room with a bunch of fucking guys with phones. And, the fucking scouts, the owners, the general manager are sitting at a desk smoking cigars and making phone calls. This didn't used to be a gigantic fucking production and a fan spectacle like it is now. So to think that you can't pull this off, especially in the technology age of today, where everybody can be there fucking via video conference, everybody can be in their own fucking room in their own safety. I mean, everybody's working from fucking home. It's no goddamn different. You're picking fucking names, man. I mean, let's break it down to what this is. This isn't fucking rocket science with what we're doing that day, all right? You need 32 motherfuckers to have a phone and somebody to be able to tell the commissioner who got picked. I mean, that's it. Really? The player don't have to know fucking in real time that it has to happen. I mean, yeah, it's fucking great for ESPN and, all of us that want to see everything that happens to get the reactions and all that shit. Yeah, that'd be great. But it doesn't have to happen. It doesn't have to happen in real time. So there's nothing to say that it's going to happen. So for everybody to say, there's no way the draft. Why the fuck wouldn't the draft happen? The draft's going to happen. The questions are where and how's it going to go down. That's it. It shouldn't be an if. You don't even have to have anybody in the same fucking room. You could have literally the fucking commissioner standing in a room with a fucking podium by himself and somebody relay him who the fuck just got picked. That's it. This isn't rocket science. For fuck's sake, we run drafts on fantasy football, fucking Madden, that are just as involved as this. I mean, if you can do a full fantasy draft of 53 rounds on fucking Madden, I'm pretty sure the NFL can figure it out. It's not rocket science. We're just picking people. Now, myself, because I'm a member of the NFL media, I have my media credential application still put in. For whatever the fuck this happens to be, I would like to be there. If there's only a bunch of fucking people standing in the corner, I would like to be one of them people standing in the corner. So I still put in our name in the hat for ReACTION to hopefully get our credentials to be there. But now, it's probably like winning the fucking lottery to get them bitches now that it's not in Vegas. So we'll see how that works out. We'll see how that works out. But that leads me to the question. This was the unveiling of the new crown jewel. The new crown jewel of the league. The what was untouchable land, you couldn't even speak of Vegas, has now been embraced. You had Allegiant Stadium, was now going to be basically unveiled to the world. Your new NFL city was going to be the Cinderella, the princess of the whole thing, of your NFL draft and all this. So now that you've taken that away, what's the plan for Vegas? That really makes me wonder. Are you going to shove the draft back there next season? Are you going to give them a Super Bowl much sooner? Like a 2025 Super Bowl? What concession do you give to a city that was already so far deep in the planning stages? What concessions do you make? There's got to be something, but this is just such a uncharted territory that we are in right now, as far as what we're dealing with. People being forced to be at home. We just got notice that our kids are out of school through through May 1st now. through the 1st of May. We got that notification today in our state. So, I mean, and everybody's dealing with it differently. You know, fucking New York's in crisis. You know, it's with what's going on in the world and nobody really knowing what the time frame is on any of that. It's hard for anybody to know where that's going to go. LA got a Super Bowl so quickly because they're trying. They're doing everything they can to fucking pump some life into that shit. That's why. They're doing everything they can to pump some life into that shit in LA. And they're like, you know, we've got 2 teams coming here. Let's shove a Super Bowl there as quickly as we can. Let's get as much attention there as we can because they're trying to build some sort of a... They fucked that up, man. They should have allowed the Raiders to go to LA and reclaim it, and we should have had a new stadium there. It just the way the whole thing shook out with all of those teams, and the way that those 3 cities between Oakland, Vegas, and Los Angeles, the way it all shook out in the NFL franchises, that's just a fucking hot mess, man. It's just a hot mess the way that all fucking shook out. I hope somebody lost their job, or at least a few people did over that shit. Because they fucked that up. San Diego just come out like the fucking bastard child of the whole thing. They got nothing. Neither did Oakland. They got nothing either. It's just strange. The whole thing's just strange. Strange. Just a bad, stupid, all about money, man. It was just a decision all about money. Just weird. Bad call. Just a really, really bad call. So, the schedule comes out May 9th. We do have a strength of schedule much better than any previous season that we've had. So, that's nice. But to me, I really can't judge a schedule until I see how it shakes out. Back-to-back home games, how far you are on the road. Because you looked at last season, you'd have been like, it doesn't look so bad until you've seen how it shook out. And then we got this gigantic fucking hosing of that road stretch. And, you know, you got to see a schedule and how it lays out on the calendar to really assess it and break it down. Honestly. So, like we talked about, you got the expanded playoff system this season, expanded season next season. But the players rushed into this CBA, man. I don't know why. And it was such a low percentage of players that actually signed this son of a bitch. It was fucking ridiculous. And why they rushed in, it wasn't even up this year. So there was we weren't up for a work stoppage. We weren't up for anything. It's just a bunch of greedy-ass fucking young kids fucking rushing to get their paycheck right quick. So they just pencil whip this thing. The fucking NFL Players Union is the weakest union in the professional union in all of pro sports. Period. Do you realize that an NFL player... They don't have guaranteed money like the other players do. There's a few that have been able to force that, but not across the board. And what they also don't have is lifelong health care. Like, if you go up and play like 1 inning in Major League Baseball, you're set for life. They're going to take care of you. For you and your health care and you and your body forever. You play in the NFL, one of the most violent sports in the league. You know what their fucking players union has fought for them to have? 5 years. They get 5 years. Their body don't start breaking down in 5 years. Your body don't start breaking down until you're after 40, 45. And then these motherfuckers can't really move. Their brains are fucking mush. And they don't have health insurance, a lot of them. Because a lot of these guys are made league minimum. They weren't making the fucking big bank like all the superstars. We see superstar money, but that's not what everybody makes. And everybody doesn't make it years and years and years. They only make it a couple, your average guy. So now that guy's out. He's got fucking knees that are trashed. His back's fucked up. He's got a fucking scrambled brain. And he's got 5 years of health insurance. And he's done. The most powerful, biggest professional sports league in the world. And they've got the weakest ass fucking union. And again, they just pencil whip the CBA. And I have no fucking idea why. I have no idea why. I sat back and watched that, and I know most people don't look at the ins and outs of all of that, but I just sit back and I'm like, you guys hold all of the cards. The players have all of the power. These guys make, and it's 32 men plus Roger Goodell who make a fucking boatload of money. So much money, it's obscene. The fucking NFL they are the fucking kingpin, man. They call their shot. They make so much fucking money. TVs fucking, they throw money at them just to be able to have their games on, man. They throw money at their ass. And if the players stood back and said, I want guaranteed money, and I want to know that I'm protected for life, health insurance. If they stood back unified and took a fucking stance and not got worried, well, shit, man, free agency's next week and we don't sign the CBA, man, I ain't getting paid, I ain't getting that new Rolls, I already ordered that new Lambo, man, shit, I got my fucking bling with my name on it, I gotta get paid, fucking shit, sign that bitch. Dumb motherfuckers, man. Y'all, you can catch a fucking ball, you can throw, you can run faster than me. Some dumb motherfuckers. Get together and unify. There was no reason to sign that CBA. Now they have fucked themselves for 10 years. They signed a 10-year CBA. Do you know what the world's gonna be like in 10 years? I have no fucking idea. Do you know what the fucking horizon of professional football what's gonna look like in 10 years? Nobody has any idea. This thing changes every year too, and they signed into a 10-year locked fucking deal. You dumbasses. Fucking stupidest fucking negotiation I'd ever watched, man. Dumbest negotiation I ever watched. And like 60% of the motherfuckers didn't even sign it, man. It was obscene. Something fucking just a ridiculous amount of players didn't even sign it. Like 600 and it was something. It was stupid. The amount of players that didn't even fucking sign it. Just ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. If you haven't followed us on Instagram, follow us on the Twitter, subscribe to our YouTube channel, Raider Reaction Webcasts, and check us on our website at RaiderReaction.com down there. We got the Hype Times, new page on our website. Raider Reaction Hype Team is pinning custom original articles and opinion columns. Check it out. And of course, check out the Commish's Corner. Just another place for me to run my big fucking mouth. So check that out. Got pictures up in there, meet and greets and all that good shit and all of that stuff. So make sure, follow us on all of our social medias. Check out our sponsor, RaiderNationStore.net. And of course, do not forget about the Raider Reaction Morning Show every fucking weekday morning at 7 a.m. Pacific, 10 a.m. Eastern. A little silver and black nugget to start out your day. Myself, all the members of the Raider Reaction Hype Team in one way, shape, form, or another all contribute to that, and just a little something that we thought we'd put out that nobody else is doing. So we try to scoop up all the video awesomeness of Silver and Black and throw it in one spot for you to start your day every day, and pff, there it is. We're doing it a little different on Throwback Thursdays on our morning shows. If you caught this last Thursday, we had the full performance from Metallica at the tailgate back in 2002. We've got another awesome Throwback Thursday morning show planned for you this week. So make sure you check that out as well. And then, of course, every night, same Raider time, same Raider channel right here, we got some sort of Silver and Black awesomeness for you every night. So let's talk Herbert, shall we? So we're gonna FaceTime this fucking kid, or however the fuck we're bringing him in. This kid from Oregon. So, Justin Herbert, quarterback from Oregon. Quarterback has been a hot topic for Raider Nation this offseason. It has. Been a very hot topic. You've had, trade the car, sell the car, my car's rusty, car's got too many miles, car's always parked in the winter, trade the car. Then we bring in Mariota. Now, I can fucking see it on the horizon already, and I'll get to that in a minute. With the Mariota and the car thing, 2 words, baby, and they're on the horizon. I can see them. I can see them already. Quarterback controversy. I can see it already. You go into week 3, and fucking Derek Carr ain't stroking and hitting on all cylinders, man. The fucking boo birds are coming out, and people are calling for him to go to the bench, and motherfuckers are going to want Mariota in. It's going to be all over social media. Fans are going to be fucking attacking each other. You watch. Quarterback controversy. When you give a guy that kind of money with that incentive-laden of a contract, he's paid to play. His contract is a paid-to-play contract. So if Marcus Mariota gets on the field, he can do some things, he can make some money, and he can make starter time money. He's getting paid backup money, but his contract is incentive-laden. So you do that. Now, you've also gotten all this buzz and talk about, oh, well, the Raiders maybe trade up in the draft, or they maybe go after this Justin Herbert. Now, Justin Herbert, I watched this whole pro day. Whole fucking thing. It was one of the few. I typically don't always have the time when they're live. I happen to be meeting with some friends from the Germany Raider Nation, and that were in town. And I happened to get there early to lock our seat down, and I caught his whole pro day. So I'm sitting there, I watch this whole pro day, and they keep replaying the fucking thing. And the only thing I'm thinking to myself, first impressions, man. First impressions, all right? First impressions. Because I don't watch a lot of college football. I don't have a lot of time. I dedicate my life to professional football, not minor league football. You know, until they start to fucking get a combine number and start to become real relevant, you know, then I start to give a shit, and I pay a lot more attention about them when they get into the combine. I watch from a distance when they're in minor league football, but I don't, you know. So I didn't know a ton about Justin fucking Herbert, so I wanted to watch his pro day. My first impression, and I'm gonna be completely honest, transparent. My first impression watching him, I can't root for a guy that holds his fucking hair back with a fucking hair tie, with a little fucking hairband, and holds his fucking hair back out of his eyes with a little fucking hairband. Are you Justin or Justine, motherfucker? No, he just doesn't look like the type of guy. He doesn't look like, he's a pretty boy, man. He's not a Raider quarterback. No way. Now, would you ever see a fucking Raider quarterback go out there with this fucking man bun all tied back with his cute little fucking hairband, holding his fucking locks out of his face while he's out there prancing for his pro day? Fuck no. 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 I'm sorry. That was my first impression. I was just like, that's him? Dude, at least wear a fucking baseball hat or something. Put the hat on backwards, something. You went out there with a fucking hairband, bro. A hairband. I can't get on the board with you. I hope FaceTime is all they do with your ass. Take you and your fucking man bun, move the fuck on down the road. No, thank you. I don't want to go from fucking choir boy to man bun. No. No. That's not the type of progression I want at the leader of the fucking silver and black. I can't get behind fucking pretty boy man bun. No. I couldn't even get past that. I'm sorry. I can't. It just doesn't look like, no. I can't. It's my first impression. I see a guy like that and I'm just like, he's a pretty boy. And usually pretty boys are soft. I'm sorry. I don't want you to bring in a soft pretty boy. We're got a fucking choir boy that we don't know if he's exactly got fucking steel cojones already. Alright, he's got a little fucking soft streak running down his back as it is. Mr. fucking Happy Feet, fucking turtle up and take the sack. So, I don't want that. I want something different. I don't want to go down that road. Don't take me down the fucking goody fucking pretty boy road. I want somebody with some grit, goddammit. Marcus Mariota, does he bring grit? I don't know. I don't know if I can make that argument for him. But what he does bring is he's been knocked down a fucking peg. And he's on the verge of never being an NFL starting quarterback and losing his dream. And when you put a man in a corner and are about to take everything that they've ever loved away from them, you don't know what the kind of fight they're going to bring. We'd never seen Rich Gannon show up until he was looking at being out of the league and never fucking playing again. And this was his last chance, and he knew it. Jim Plunkett the same way. The Raiders of... The fucking Raiders' history is littered with stories like that. Reclamation projects cast off from other teams. So everybody that says, well, he got benched for fucking Tannehill. Well, yeah, he did. Did the system match him? It was run heavy. I mean, I can make all the same arguments for fucking Mariota that all you fucking... everybody that's fucking stroking Carr off make for him. He's had a different coach every year. He got injured. Doesn't have great wide receivers. His offensive line sucks. Blah, 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 blah. I can make every fucking argument for him that everybody's making for Carr. And I can also make some really great ones for him, too. He's number 2 overall pick. There's a reason for that. Okay? Nobody was looking at Derek Carr anywhere near the top of the fucking draft. There's a reason, because the guy's a talent. When he came in, he made some amazing plays with his legs, too. Plays that Derek Carr has never made with his legs. Now, they've both been injured. Similar injuries, actually. Mariota's was actually worse. More ligament and tendon damage than Carr had. So that's an interesting conversation, and the quarterback, I believe Mayock and Gruden are still on board with Derek Carr as being the starter. But bringing Marcus Mariota in and bringing in an incentive-laden contract and continuing to look at rookie quarterbacks tells you one thing. Hey, man, you got the job, but it ain't yours forever. You have it if you can keep it. But we are going to look for your replacement. And the difference between this season and past seasons for Derek Carr is this season, there's somebody sitting on the bench that literally can take your fucking job and knows how to be an NFL starting quarterback. You haven't had that for a few seasons. You've got a bunch of fucking scrubs behind you. You're fucking Napoleon Dynamite with this fucking giraffe neck and a bunch of fucking scrubs behind you. Now they put a guy who was supposed to be the future, the franchise for a team. They put all their eggs in his basket. And for one reason or another, he failed. The NFL, not just the Raiders, the NFL as a whole, is filled with stories like this, man. They're full of stories like this. They thought he was done. He was cast off. Full of stories like this. So, we'll see. We'll see. How does Derek Carr react knowing that you're maybe only a few games away from losing your job at any time in the 2020 season? We'll see. How does he react? Exactly. There's something else that, thank you, Tyler. I was going to get to that. That's something else that Mariota has that Derek Carr doesn't have, and that's a playoff pedigree, marquee wins. Marquee win against the Chiefs in the playoffs. On the road, Arrowhead. I don't want to hear excuses, well, Derek got us there in 16, but he got hurt. It wasn't his fault he got hurt. I don't want to... It doesn't matter. In sports, those details don't matter. Doesn't matter. I don't care how he got hurt. I don't care if he fell off the fucking plane. Doesn't matter. Was he able to play in the playoffs? No. Okay. Your number one asset in sports is availability. Were you available for your team in the playoffs? No. I don't care how it happened. Was it the fucking left tackle's fault? Maybe. The fact you don't drink enough milk? Maybe. I don't fucking know. It happened. Ruined my motherfucking Christmas Eve. But it happened. 6 years. Was that year a fluke? Or the other 5 a fluke? Who's the real Derek Carr? Will he please stand up? Is he 2016? Or is he 14, 15, 17, 18, and 19? Is that the real Derek Carr? Because I don't care about stats. Stats mean shit to me. Stats are cute in Madden and, you know, fantasy football. That's great. Stats mean jack and shit to me in fucking regular season NFL football. I don't care. I can fucking care less how many passing yards he has or any of that shit. Win fucking games, man. Win games. That's all that matters to me. Just win, baby. That's really all that fucking matters to me. I don't want to hear about any other stats. Now, receiver obviously is one of the big problems coming into this year. Everybody's been talking about it. Everybody thinks that's where we're probably going first, especially since we've already addressed linebacker in pretty substantially in free agency. Looks like first place you're going to go, wide receiver. So when you're looking at wide receiver, the two names that everybody's been talking about is Judy and Lamb. I really like Lamb. I think he's the guy that we should really take a shot and go out and get. But Henry Ruggs the third has also slid up there as well. That'd be awesome, man. Have another the third to use for a whole season. That'd be great. But I really think CeeDee Lamb's the guy. But we go out and we do this thing like signing Nelson fucking Aguilar. And if people are trying to make arguments like this is a good signing, and I don't see where this is he's quick. Are you going to use him in the return game? Are you going to get rid of Harris? Is that where we're going? Because this guy has no better stats than Zay Jones. His best year is almost identical to the one good year Zay Jones had. So, I mean, looking at those two, Nelson Aguilar has a history of dropping the ball and dropping the ball in not the most opportune time. I don't know. I guess you throw him in with depth. You got Tyrell Williams, who's not even really a 2. He's more like a 2.5. So you don't even really have a 2. Nelson Aguilar ain't your 2. You're not gonna bring Nelson Aguilar is not your fucking 2. If we're going into the season, this season with Nelson Aguilar as our 2, no, that's not a fucking upgrade. You got Hunter Renfrow. He's your 3. He's your slot guy. He's that guy. That's who you brought him in to be. You got Rico Gafford. He's just another freaking speed guy. Marcel Aitman, Keelan Doss. We've seen those two guys are nothing but bottom of the depth chart, you know, throwing him in for a possession here once in a while type receiver. That's all Doss and Aitman are. So, please, don't even come at me with, oh, can't wait to see Doss and Aitman. All right. I went through all that talk with Aitman 2 years ago. Doss all last year. So, those guys are lucky they're still in silver and black. Let's leave it at that. Let's leave it at that. I like Lamb. I don't know. I like Lamb. There's something about him. He's a little bigger than Judy. He's got a little on the height on him and just a little bit on the size. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But it's going to be very interesting how we decide to address that. I keep forgetting I screwed up my beginning, so I'm all off on my fucking time. My mouse ain't working. If you see me stand up and throw this fucking mouse across the goddamn room any fucking given second, you'll know why. He's about to piss me the fuck off! Cheap ass motherfucker. Live show here. Fucking technical difficulties. So, I don't think... What I'm driving at here, where I was going with this, is I don't think you can... Now that you've addressed the linebacker, I think you've got to go bang, bang. You got to take the 1-2 with wide receivers in the first round. I think you have to. I think you set yourself up. This is such a deep wide receiver draft. There is so much talent. At 12 and 19, you get your number 1 and your number 2. Now, if you're going to do that, now you're looking at Tyrell Williams as a 2.5. You can mix him in. You get him some deep balls. Get him some balls over the middle. You got Zay Jones. Zay Jones is versatile. Now I don't mind the Nelson Aguilar getting mixed in because you use him on punt returns. You can throw him as a return guy. He is a speed guy. I don't mind that. If you're going to go 1-2 in the draft and try to get your number 1, your number 2 wide receivers, that's really what I want to see. I don't honestly want to see... There's no talent. You just seen there's no talent out there left at wide receiver in free agency. There's just not. I don't want Brandon fucking Cooks' bitch ass. He's fucking... No. The same reason I didn't want Diggs. I didn't want Diggs either because that's just like bringing in an Antonio Brown clone. I don't need somebody who's a crying ass motherfucker in the locker room, who's a me guy. No, that's all that's really out there. So Aguilar was about, as much as I hate to say it, he was about the best thing on the lot, man. You know? Look at my shiny Nelson Aguilar. Compared to the fucking Gremlins and the Pacers that were on the lot, he looked alright. You know, we feel like we were just walking away a winner. You know, you left all this. Look what I had to choose from. So, that's why I think they evaluated things. You went out in free agency, you got your linebackers. Now, you got these two. You've got these two, man. You just think what this could be. If you brought in at 12 and 19, you go drafted 2 best wide receivers on your board that are available when they get there. And they come into camp and these two know, listen, man, we're joined at the hip for the next 4 years. Next 4 years, we're whoever they decide the quarterback is going to be. Here's your 2 guys. And these guys get to learn the system together. They get to help grow together. I think it could be a beautiful, beautiful thing, man, if you draft these 2 guys together. 2 first-round wide receivers in the 2020 draft to finally bring the Raiders passing game out of the doldrum it's been in since the early 2000s. I really think that could be an amazing thing. And what a story it could be, man. I mean, really, what a story that could be. The twin wide receivers, the 2 first-round guys, could be an amazing thing. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting how we finally finish dealing with the wide receivers. But the Nelson Aguilar, I'm not sold on that yet. And if Nelson Aguilar is supposed to be our number 2, I'm concerned. If that's the thought process, I'm concerned. If he's just there for more veteran depth and speed, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. But his hands are a little questionable. You know, the guy's a fucking gift, man. The guy's a meme. You know, you're a punchline. Doesn't excite me. That's all I gotta say. Now, I like to finish out my shows with a nice little segment that I like to call...
What?
Yeah, I know, it's been a minute.
What?
Yes. So it's a little segment that I like to call the WTF. And tonight... Oh, I better wet my whistle for this one. Tonight's WTF. It's because it is the off season, and in the off season, here at Raider Reaction, on our Facebook, Instagram, our Twitter, mostly our Facebook because that is the heart and soul of our brand. That's where everything's really at. Our website's got all kinds of shit on there too to check out, but it seems like most of our traffic's on our Facebook. We reached over 500,000 people the last 28 days. That's where most of our action takes place. And in the off season, we post a lot of opinions. We look for all the articles. Everybody got their mock drafts, their opinions on what should happen. Blah 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 blah. All that stuff. So that's what we do. We try to put everything in one space for you. But you've got these guys, and you've got these guys. I like to call them real fan guys. They like to come in the comments, like to come in the group every time I put something up, or one of the other hype team members puts something up, a post, And basically, we just, most of the time I'll put something up and I'll put in there, what are your thoughts, Raider Nation? These are my thoughts. What are your thoughts? Because I like to see what your thoughts are. Because if you don't think I read the comments, I read the comments all the fucking time. I just stay the fuck out of them because it just ends up being stupid keyboard battles for no goddamn reason. But what I love is the real fan guys. You know the ones I'm talking about, Raider Nation. The one that if you don't have the same opinion as them, well, but you're not a real fan then. Oh, if you're not blindly supporting Derek Carr, you're not a real fan. Oh, well, if you feel like that, then you must not be a real fan. How could you say something like a real fan wouldn't say that? Listen, real fan guy. Real fans have differing opinions in the offseason. We have differing opinions of how we feel the franchise and the management should make moves, who they should sign, who they shouldn't sign. All because we just want to see it all put together so that we can cheer for that team in the season when it starts. We're all rooting for the same fucking team here. There's not a sliding scale of fandom, like, I'm a bigger fan than you. Oh, no, I bought season tickets since I was fucking 3. I'm the greatest fan ever because I live 2 blocks from the stadium. Why does that make you a better fan? Because you live 2 blocks from the fucking stadium? Because your uncle fucking had season tickets and took you there? So you're a better fan than this fucking guy that happens to live in fucking Maine and blows his entire fucking savings every single year, every penny that is fucking extra they can scrape together to go to one fucking road game a year, takes his whole fucking family, blows tens of thousands of dollars to go. But you're a better fan than that guy? Or, this sliding scale of fandom and these fucking jagoffs that come in the page and in their groups and what is it? But you're not a real fan. What the fuck? Fuck you. I got your fucking sliding scale right here, pal. That's where you can put your sliding scale of my fandom, okay? Right fucking here. I don't consider myself a bigger fan than anybody else. Fans are fans. Everybody's got a differing opinion. Real fans, to me, don't fucking just blindly accept mediocrity. Okay? I want to see my franchise do better and make improvements in the offseason. This is when we can discuss, have a fucking opinions, and fucking talk amongst each other. And yeah, I like that. No, I don't like that. Here's why. Okay. Alright. You can have 2 sides. There's 2 sides to a coin, you dumb motherfuckers. Every time I see that, I just want to, reach through the screen and just electronically bitch slap a motherfucker. Every time I see somebody say, well, Commish, you must not be a real fan. Yeah. I'm not a real fan. That's why I run a fucking fan page. Got all kinds of social media fucking outlets, a fucking website, and I come on here and I do a stupid fucking show. Because I ain't a fucking fan. That's why I stream fucking classic games every week. So people can watch them and enjoy the fucking past history of their team. Because I ain't a real fucking fan. So I give my fucking free time away because I'm not a real fucking fan. Okay, I guess. You win. Real fan guy. What the fuck? Fucking eat a dick. Follow us on Twitter, the Instagram. Subscribe to our webcast. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, RAIDER ReACTION webcasts. Check out our sponsor, RaiderNationStore.net. Check out our morning show every fucking morning. Because who shouldn't start their morning out with this shit? Come on, everybody. It's like coffee. Follow the line of Coke. Come on, everybody should start the morning like this. So I'll see you tomorrow morning. Until next time. Please, and be safe out there, people. States are being closed down. The schools are being closed down. Just be safe in general. Take care of your neighbors, man. Watch out for your elderly neighbors, and just be good humans, man. Damn, I swear to God, I am so fucking concerned with the world I'm turning over to my children. Because it's just going to fucking hell in a handbasket with a quickness. Be safe out there. Wash your fucking hands. Wear your stupid masks. Just do whatever you gotta do. Stay home. Be safe. They're telling you to stay home. Isn't that what you want? Fuck! So do it! Until next time, I'm out. Thank you all for joining me, each and every one of you. I always appreciate any second you guys spent this here at RAIDER Action. You guys are the shit. Without you, we would be nothing.
All I have in this world is my balls and my word, and I don't break them for no one. You understand? Say hello to my little brother. So say good night to the bad guy. Go on. The last time you're gonna see a bad guy like this again, let me tell you.
I'm out. Peace, love, RAIDER Nation!